Hello and welcome to a new edition of our program Windows, and in this edition of our program we will talk about women empowerment, as during the past 11 years Egypt succeeded in realizing many achievements in the file of women empowerment, which reflects a big keenness of the government to improve the position of women in the society as well as enhancing their rights. This can be noticeable in women's participation in parliament and local councils through allocating them with a number of seats in the House of Representatives, in addition to electing women in high ministerial posts and governmental leaderships. And to shed more light on this issue, we are joined today by Dr. Asmaa Elzieny. She is a researcher at Al-Azhar. Good afternoon. So, Dr. Asmaa, as I've just mentioned, that the government is exerting great efforts in the field of women empowerment. Can you shed light on these efforts?
Actually, the improvements in the position of Egyptian women is something undeniable. Actually, the improvements can be seen in different fields. The empowerment of Egyptian women is seen clearly in different positions, in different fields. Speak about the political empowerment, the financial empowerment, giving here opportunities for education and training in different places, at different times, on different levels. And also the opportunity given for women to be in high positions, like being ministers and in judicial positions lately during the last 8 years, as you said, is something that we should all feel proud about. It is not only something to prove something, it comes out of a belief of the Egyptian state and the political leadership in the ability of the Egyptian woman to be in these positions. It doesn't come from nothing. It comes out from a strong belief in her ability, and she is wise enough and well prepared, and she's able to highly perform in these positions.
Yes, Dr. Asmaa, also President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has repeatedly asserted that a women's empowerment has crowned joint international efforts exerted over the past period to protect and enhance women's rights at political, economic and social levels. What is the importance of supporting women to guarantee the constant sustainable development? In other words, the role of women in development?
If you witness all the speeches by President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, it is rarely to find one speech not mentioning the great role played by Egyptian women in all fields, in Egyptian community all in all. Out of this, as a result of this, Egypt made what is, as a body, first of all, it put what is known as a strategic plan for empowering Egyptian women. This strategy, or this plan, it is in accordance with the goals of sustainable development, yes, and the goals of UN Sustainable Development Accord. And we are so proud that UN agreed that Egypt is the first state in the world to put a strategy like this. What is the purpose of this strategy? It guarantees that Egyptian women are given the true opportunity, and the achievement and the applying of this strategy is going correctly in a way that gives the women the right to do their best, to give their what they can give in these positions. We are proud of having this body in Egypt, a body to be controlling or monitoring the achievement of this national strategy for empowering women. As a result of this, nowadays you can see women in ministerial positions. I believe that the representation of women in the previous government and in this government is increasing rapidly. And also the representation of women in local councils Local council is something so important, and it was not known in Egyptian community to find the women having roles in this, because it's something little bit hard. And I'm so happy that I saw women leading positions in local councils, not only in Cairo, on other, in Alexandria, other governorates. Even you can see Egyptian women playing role in local councils in Upper Egypt. Can you see the idea? When women are given a chance in a place where for long years it was not accepted by even by not but by political leadership, but even by people at these places, that maybe in their mind that women are educated and are able to play a role, but not in local councils. This is something little bit hard, because they are dealing on daily basis in the street, going and coming back in different places. So this belief in the abilities of Egyptian women gave her the opportunity to have this position in these different places. This is guaranteed by the Egyptian state, not something haphazardly, something organized, well planned for, and even monitored and controlled.
Yes. So if we talk about the programs and initiatives which were launched in the past few years to support women's entrepreneurship, such as Bidaya program to support small and medium enterprises, which contributes to achieving sustainable and comprehensive developments. How do you see the importance of these initiatives?
These initiatives are highly important because me personally, I believe that empowerment of women is not about giving their positions only. It is about training them very well before they have these positions. Because in case we give women, just giving them positions without making them very well prepared for these positions, we are endangering them, not empowering them. So these programs, the main target of these initiatives and programs is to train women and educate them about how to participate in our community on the best way they can do, giving them the right information. Because if you analyze some of the bad things that happened against women in our community, most of these behaviors come out of their ignorance, because they don't know their rights, they don't know how to act in these situations. So the main target of many of these initiatives, like the one you mentioned, and also Tahwish and other initiatives made by the National Council for Women, these initiatives aim at giving women the right information and making them able to act rightly, because women are half of society, and actually they are responsible on bringing up the other half. So these programs are so essential in making them knowing what's right or wrong, knowing the laws, how they deal, because a problem like people in that, what is known in Arabic like the problem of al-gharimat.
Yes.
It comes out of the keenness of Egyptian woman to take her duty towards her family, but because she's not aware of the laws, or how to act in this situation, problems comes. So I see these initiatives as so essential and important, and we should have more of these initiatives. Another very important initiative that the Egyptian state had for Egyptian women was the early detection of disease for some kind of tumors or other diseases. These programs are also so important because many women in different parts all over Egypt didn't have the chance to even take care of their health. These initiatives came as a very good sign of the Egyptian state toward this empowerment of women in different fields, because taking care of her health is one of the first push to give her a chance to perform in public positions. I see them as highly important.
So also in terms of economic and social empowerment, the percentage of women in financial inclusion increased to 27%, and women's participation in the labor force reached 17.3% in 2022. Are these rankings indicators that Egypt is working to improve women's status and is encouraging Egyptian women to join the labor market and be parts of the economic reform program here in Egypt?
Frankly speaking, for years, some women were given chances in some positions, for example, like in medicine and in the medical field or in educational field. When we come to a field like the financial field, it was not believed that they can perform highly like this. Nowadays, after the paying attention to empowering women in different fields and in different positions, you can see women in the administration of different financial big mega institutions and organizations, and this is something that proves that when you prepare someone on the good way, on a very suitable way, he's able. It comes at the core of empowerment that it is not about pushing someone to do something, it is about qualifying. And I see that women in the field of finance and the increasing number of women taking positions in this field especially, and maybe in other important fields, comes as a result of the very well-tailored programs for training and educating women before they have these positions. Of course, the financial field is one of the crucial fields in Egypt, according to our national strategy, because the financial and the economic problem is affecting the life of everyone. And I believe also, I strongly believe that empowering women in this field, the financial field I mean, is so crucial, because other than having the positions in these institutions, actually if you look at the Egyptian families, you find that women are responsible for the financial part more than men.
Yes, nowadays.
Actually, for years. Yes. Even if she's not working, in case she's working and in case she's not working, she's responsible. You witness for years our moms and grandmoms doing the role of ministers of finance without yes. being aware of these
on a small scale, yes.
Yes, on these techniques of yes. leading financially. In case the modern women are given this training in this financial field, I believe they are going to make miracles, achieve miracles.
And with regard to protecting women from all forms of violence and discrimination against them, Egypt has adopted a set of executive measures and policies, including the establishment of the first combined unit to protect women from violence. Could you please shed light on the importance of those legislations and measures?
Yes, in my opinion, one of the most important remarks of seeing that this is something so important to protect women, that we have these bodies like the National Council for Women, and also we have in our constitution and our regulations in every institutions, nowadays we are paying most attention to fighting or stopping any sort of discrimination against or violence against women because of being women. Whatever happens or whatever causes this discrimination, the Egyptian state is paying most attention to stop these forms of violence and discrimination. The best way to do this is to have rules. Nowadays, it is stated in some of the laws and in our constitution that it is essentially important to eliminate and stop all forms of violence or discrimination in places of work, in streets, in public fields, everywhere, to stop this form of discrimination against women, whatever the cause. The best guarantee for this is to have laws and to control and monitor the applying and achieving of these laws, how they on the ground are achieved.
Yes, Dr. Asmaa, also in your opinion, what are the challenges that still face the Egyptian women, and that these challenges should be addressed in the coming period?
Actually, Egyptian women is not an exception of the women in the world.
Yes.
And in Egypt, Egypt also is not an exception of what is happening in the
Yes.
world. We all are facing some challenges. The biggest challenge nowadays is the economic challenge facing many countries of the world. But we have our own especially challenges here. I believe that one of the most important challenges,
also
not only education, but a changing mindset.
Yes.
Because we witnessed for tens of years that women are confined to some specific roles. Yes, I don't mind that that there is difference in abilities between men and women, but we can invest this difference to make them able to perform their best performance in the positions that is they can more suitable, and they can achieve. If she's eager to, she's able, she feels that she's well prepared and she's eager and able to be in this position, she should be given the chance. And by preparing her very well before, I believe also that we have very special challenge here in Egypt. Because, in case that women are willing to have public positions and things like this, we should guarantee for women who are willing for this that they are not going to neglect their families, because in the Egyptian mindset, family is a priority.
Yes.
We need to we assure for women that in case they are going to go out to perform in our community to help in building the Egyptian community, their families are still priority. We should offer or prepare and have places that ensure that their families are safe and well served in case they are going to participate in public positions. This is one challenge. Also education and the training.
Yes.
To mention the training for Egyptian women, I'm so proud to be an alumni of the National Training Academy, which came also as a result of the presidential taking care of Egyptian women in this place. We are so proud whenever whoever have a chance to have a training in these places, in the National Training Academy in this place, he will discover a different level of professionalism. The stuff
for women or for men and women?
Actually, it is for all youth and all categories of Egyptian society, but there are a special presidential school for women.
Okay.
It has its different programs. All the programs are highly professional. I'm so proud of having a body like this in Egypt. The staff is highly professional. Yes. The kind of trainers they have, the programs themselves, the content of the program is so special. And this is a very good sign that the Egyptian state is paying attention. Yes. That we need a true education. When we educate women, we need to educate them correctly.
Yes. Also, the state launched the Government Excellence Award for Women, as well as the award guide. How can such awards encourage women to reach the highest positions and decision-making positions?
This is what we were talking about, that it is not about empowering. It is empowering them on the right way, in the right way, and giving them the enough training before. This reward for excellence in public position, in public posts and public positions was initiated at the beginning for people having positions, and we created a special reward for women in high positions. Yes. And we made this record or this manual or whatever, that we guide women on how to be able to achieve success in this field. This is something unprecedented. It is not about asking them to be successful. It is about guiding them how to be successful.
Yes.
This is a very good sign and remark of the Egyptian state of paying utmost attention to the empowering of the very well selected members of the Egyptian community on the best way.
Yes. Also, if you talk about education, the qualitative gap between youth and girl in education has disappeared, and women represent now about 50% of female graduates of public and private universities. How do you view this in terms of gender equality?
I see this as a sign of that we succeeded in raising our public awareness. Because the beginning of education is not in community, it is in the small families. I know that years ago we have, alhamdulillah, families who are wise enough that they are keen that their girls are very well educated. Yes. But it was in low, the numbers were not great. Maybe they pushed them to have education to special level, yes, to maybe to the end of high school or something like this. But achieving this number in universities and even in higher studies, I believe the number is something that we should be so proud, because education is equal to life. I believe that education is life. It is not about raising awareness. It is about making you able to live your life on the best way. You are safe enough. You are aware. You are acting when you feel that I'm able. I'm this position because I'm very well prepared and I'm able to perform this. The key is education. Education is the key to the development of societies, and in our Egyptian community, I believe it is one of our most needed and most something that we should aspire to have even for future generation. Yes. When we see the very well prepared programs outside and other countries for children, they are keen, I mean for girls, for boys and girls, and especially for girls, it is very important to plant in their mindset from the very early years that it is not about only to have a certificate. Education is not about having certificate. It is about how to get the fruit of learning something, and how to be able to spread awareness in my community and to gain the fruit of this education in future generations.
Yes, true.
Yes.
Also, if we talk about the Decent Life initiative, which aims to improve living conditions and daily life of citizens, how has the initiative placed the most needy women in the target groups of the initiative?
Yes.
Especially those women who live in rural areas.
Yes, this is what is so remarkable about this initiative, yes, Haya Karima, or in Decent Life. Women are given a chance for the first time. Women in very simple and very rural areas of Egypt have a chance to be very well trained and educated about the dangers that are around them, how they act properly, how they deal in different situations, the importance of educating their families, how to earn, being entrepreneurs and things like this, and to live in a decent life. It is a name which we are so happy to have here. Actually, I read that more than half of the number of people benefiting from the initiative of Decent Life are women who are responsible for their families, what we call in Arabic al-mar'a al-ma'ila, the yes, women who are responsible for supporting their families. Yes.
So also, if we talk about the government efforts also to support women's health, and many initiatives also targeted women's and female health, how do you see the importance of these initiatives?
Yes, they are so important because they help in building the character of the Egyptian human.
Yes.
It is never about, of course we have programs for all people to take care of their health, but the women
by themselves.
Women,
yes,
for years were neglected in this field. Yes. You see that it's something by nature that women sacrifice for their families. Sometimes we see moms, they are suffering or feeling not very well, but they may neglect their health for the sake of their families.
Yes, true.
These initiatives came especially to tell the Egyptian women that the Egyptian state is taking care of your health.
Yes.
Because health is the core. It is so important. If you are not healthy enough, you cannot go to for education, for work, for taking care of your family.
Achieve anything.
Yes, at all, or to participate in public positions and our community. So these initiatives like the early detection of diseases and discovering some kind of tumor or taking of Alzheimer diseases or things like this, they're so important, essential of taking care of the Egyptian women to be able to achieve what is aspired of them in our community.
So how do you view the entry of a quota for women in parliament in Egypt's constitution, also the harsher punishment for harassment for females, also electronic crimes, the protection of personal data of women exposed to violence, equality in investment opportunities between women and men, and the representation of women in the boards of directors of financial companies, the banking sector, and other legislations. So it's a complete and comprehensive system to support the Egyptian women. What's your take on this?
I see that the system of quota, which means to give exact number of positions for women to be in this body or this organization, for example, the parliament and the Congress. I believe that this is a way on the step. It is a step on our way because we guarantee that they are there. They started to play this role. We train them gradually. This is a kind of preparation for women to lead more and more positions in other different bodies.
Yes.
For example, if she begins by having quota, tomorrow when she is elected, she will be, when people, our community witness the success of the people, I believe this, the appointment is a step, and given here and stating that in the special quota we have a special number of women in these positions is a preparation for her tomorrow when she is elected. She is going to be chosen by people. She's going to be chosen because as I told you before, in some communities not everyone believes that they are able to perform. Once they see the result of giving them the chance and putting women by quota in different administrative positions or in financial bodies or in parliament or in Congress, I believe that the awareness to choose them by election tomorrow is a coming step. Yes. When they see that they are successful enough, they are given the chance and they are successful enough and they can achieve and they are performing on the way that we expect from them. The next step is going to be choosing them by election. And
yes.
I trust the abilities of the Egyptian women that very soon they are going to be maybe the same number of quota by election. This will be a very big success for them.
Also, if we talk about the role of the National Council for Women as it was reconstituted as the national mechanism concerned with empowering Egyptian women and achieving gender equality, what are the roles and assignments entrusted to the Council in order to achieve comprehensive empowerment of women?
To mention that the National Council for Women was established years ago, and it started to play a role in giving opportunities for women, but never before, like since it was the administration of the council was reshaped, and especially during the last like 10 years. Yes. The initiatives and the programs given to the council are great. They are playing a very important role also in empowering, educating, raising awareness, having these initiatives which is reaching out for women in places we never dreamed before. That women, especially in these places, are very well trained like this. I'm so proud to have a body like this in Egypt, and alhamdulillah the success the council is achieving is witnessed by everyone. and even witnessed by women themselves. For example, I nowadays see and hear about that they are reaching out for Egyptian women in very far and very rural areas to give them the opportunity to have their official certificates. You know, in some areas of Egypt, many of women didn't have official papers. They were not able to prove their rights in some legal situations because they didn't have these simple certification paper like national IDs and other certificates. The council nowadays is having initiatives for making these women in these rural far areas able to have these easily. They are, if they are not going to go to have these certificates in their positions, they are moving the service provider to people in these areas, and this is something I'm so happy about, and I feel that it is going to have a very good result on and very good effect on the quality of life of these women in these areas in the very near future.
So also if we talk about the role played by Women's Empowerment Program Tamkeen in achieving an accelerated progress in gender equality and strengthening the empowerment of women in Egypt. How do you see this program?
Tamkeen is one of the programs like the other programs and the initiatives, but it is about political and economic, especially empowerment of women. What is so special about these programs that they are tailored according to the target audience. Whenever you target, for example, university girls or school girls or people in public positions, women in public positions, this program is very well tailored for the target audience of the program. It is about raising the awareness of Egyptian women on her legal and the constitutional rights to have role in public positions and in different fields. The people giving training in this program are very highly professional, and also the number of the targeted audience of this is increasing every day. It's something that is another indication that when you raise the awareness of women about their abilities, the number increases. For this program and other programs, we may have the program, but people are not enthusiastic enough to participate in the program. But actually the number of female Egyptian women who are willing to participate in these initiatives are increasing every day, and this is a very good sign that these initiatives and the programs are having success every day because of the increased number of people, women I mean, benefiting from these programs. It is not a sign of the Egyptian state only that are paying attention, it is another sign that the raising of awareness of the Egyptian woman itself, that she's able, that she needs to be prepared well enough before having any position.
Yes, also, Doctor, if we talk about women and how it was honored in religion and in all religions, not only Islam, in Islam. So how do you see the women in Islam?
Women in Islam are given the highest position, and we as Muslims are ordered to always pay attention to female. One of the most important advices given by Prophet Muhammad, may Allah's peace and the blessings be upon him, was rifqan bil qawari. It means to take care of your female because they are so delicate and so nice. They need special care. And another idea in Islam, which is having a guardian for women, in some situations like in Hajj or other positions, it is not about having control over them. It is about supporting and defending her. Someone is there to protect her whenever she needs any help. It is not about controlling, it is about supporting. And even in other religions, women are given their due respect, and followers of religions are ordered to have this original love and respect,
Yes.
especially for women, especially for elder ones,
Yes.
and even for children.
Yes, so women are honored in all religions as they are the mothers and those who raise the whole generations, actually.
And one of our main values in Egyptian, what is so remarkable about the Egyptian community, is genuine love and genuine respect between inside families for females. You know, in some areas in Upper Egypt or Egyptian countryside, in some areas not call women by name.
Yes.
This is not something, a kind of shame or something like this. Some are giving feel that it is so something, they having a very high position. Look at the
Yes.
position, the position of grandmoms in some families.
Yes.
They like rulers. They are treated like queens. They give orders only whenever grandmom gives an order. And this is something so remarkable, alhamdulillah, about the Egyptian community, and even in some Muslim communities who are not Arab.
Yes.
I witnessed some situation like in Indonesian or Malaysian communities. I feel like that they very well benefited from the Islamic values and orders, and they built a whole system in their society,
Yes.
which make you so happy when you witness this.
Yes, I'd like to thank you, Dr. Asmaa Elzieny, academic researcher at Al-Azhar. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you so much.
And by that, dear viewers, we come to the end of today's edition of Windows. Thank you for watching.